and she's going to talk today a little bit about the employment and mentorship programs that Ociso offers. I would like you to mute your microphones, please, and turn your cameras on if possible. The session will be probably 20 minutes of presentation, and then you'll have 10 minutes at the end to ask questions. Okay, thank you very much for joining us this morning, Ayala.
Thank you, Sue, and thank you, Marion, for inviting us to speak to the students. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to dive straight into it. Sue, just let me know when you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see it. Thank you.
And it's in presentation mode, right?
Yes, it looks awesome. Like it is. Yeah.
All right. So thank you once again for inviting me to speak to the students. Today, I'm going to be talking about Ociso's employment and mentorship programs and how we can support newcomers in their journey to making Canada their home. So a little bit about me. My name is Ayla Kesser. I'm the manager for the Community Economic Development Program at Ociso. And under me, I see 7 different funded programs that I'm going to speak to you about today in detail so that you would be able to make an informed decision of whether you'd like the services from Ociso or not. So before we jump into my sort of department, a little brief about Ociso as an organization. So we are called the Ottawa Community Immigrant Services Organization, and we have been providing very comprehensive, very detailed settlement and integration services to the Ottawa community since 1978. We serve almost 10,000 immigrants and refugees every year, and our sole purpose and job is to support immigrants through their journey of making Canada their home by providing creative, responsive, tailored programs that are culturally appropriate with your language levels to help you build your life here in Canada. So I'm going to sort of talk about the different departments we have at Ociso. So though my presentation focuses more on the employment and mentorship programs, I also wanted to highlight all the other services we provide at Ociso so that if you are seeking any other services, you know exactly where to go. So we have 6 major departments under the Ociso umbrella. So the first one is settlement and integration. It's the first one that you can see on your screen. We call it SIP for short, SIP, Settlement and Integration Program. This assists immigrants and refugees in building a settlement plan, finding information and orientation on education, employment, social services, financial literacy, housing, health system, the legal system, immigration, citizenship, sponsorship procedures. So anything that has to do with your settlement, the settlement program would support you with that. If you would like to learn more about the settlement program, you can visit our website at ociso.org, ociso.org. So that is our settlement program. Then the next program on your screen is Ociso, Youth Services. So we offer tailored workshops, projects, events about academics, life skills, counseling, art-based support in a very fun and interactive way for newcomer youth. It's important that it's something to think about when we move or when we immigrate to Canada as a family. Every family member is integrating. Every family member is trying to make a space and a home for themselves over here, right? So while the adults are busy looking for a job or going into language classes, we cannot forget the children as well, right? We need to make sure that we are supporting children equally. So the Ociso program is completely for children, for the youth in schools. Lots of fun things to do. They have collaboration with museums, with art galleries, there are field trips, there's after school homework support. So again, if you want to learn more about Ociso, you can visit our website. Then we've got a special clinical counseling program, and it's uniquely equipped to provide counseling services, again, to immigrants and refugees. We all know that when we immigrate to a new country, we have several challenges our way, right? Employment is just one of those challenges. We might have migration issues, we might have cultural related issues. So, our counseling program can support you with one on one counseling. Then we have our fourth program is the LINK program, Language Instruction for Newcomers, LINC, we call it LINK. These are language classes. Just like all of you are taking language classes, we've got a special program for newcomers as well, where we offer language classes from CLB, I think, 1 to 4. Our fifth program is the Settlement Workers in Schools, SWIS, which is also called the Multicultural Liaison Officer Program. This was created in 1991 in partnership with both the school boards here in Ottawa, the Catholic School Board and the Public School Board. And again, just like Ociso supports the children, our LINK program involves the student, the family, the community to make sure that we are supporting the integration. And I use the word integration a lot. It means how successfully you're able to make a space for yourself somewhere, right? So the Swiss program supports not just the children, but also the parents, the families, and the community at large. And last but not the least is the Community Economic Development Program. This is the program that I head, and we provide mentorship and employment supports to help clients find meaningful employment. And when I say meaningful employment, what I mean is find employment that matches your skills, that matches your profession from your home country, right? When we move to Canada, anywhere that you would immigrate, finding employment is your first sort of priority, right? It's the first thing that you go looking for because you've got bills to pay, you've got to put food on the table. So what we do at my department is we've got, like I said, I'll talk about all the programs that are available under my department, and we help you find your way in the labor market, and we help you find it. We don't provide you with employment, but we help you come to a level where you are able to confidently apply for jobs that match the skill sets that you bring. I'm not going too fast, am I, Sue? We're good with the pace? Okay, we're good. So there's no question so far. I'll keep moving forward. All right. So now we move on to community economic development, which is my program. We talked a little bit about Ociso, and if you're interested in looking at our programs, ociso.org is where you go. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the community economic development program and the key services that we have for you. So when a client walks through our doors, the first step is, and we're going to move left to right on the screen. We'll go with the top row first, okay? So what we do is we do an intakes and needs assessment. So every newcomer who walks through our doors receives a personalized intake session. This helps us assess your background, your skills, your employment goals, what are your employment challenges. So we talk to you, we get to know you a little better. Once we've sort of gathered that information, we create a customized action plan with you. Right? A career action plan with you, in which we talk about your short-term goals. What do you want to achieve in the next 3 months in terms of employment? And we talk about your long-term goals. Where do you see yourself? Let's say you're an engineer. What are your short-term goals? Or you're somebody who's coming from the health sector. Where do you see yourself in three months? It could be as simple as improving my language skills to begin with, right? So it doesn't have, your goals don't have to be fixed to employment. Your goals talk more about where are you headed? What is your journey? So when a client walks in, we do an intake and we do a needs assessment to see what supports you are looking for. Once we've done that, we come down here to employment counseling and resume review. You receive one-on-one career counseling to refine your goals, right? Then you start working one-on-one with an employment counselor. You work with them, you review your resume with them, they support you in improving your resume, highlighting the skills, they help, and these sort of supports and services help you gain confidence and improve your job search strategies, right? So you get one-on-one career counseling with our staff members. So it's very important that a proper needs assessment is done to support you in, okay, what are the next steps? So once we've done your employment counseling, we've sort of fixed your resume, we understand where you want to be, we match you with a career mentor, with somebody who's been working in Canada for 2 to 5 years, has good Canadian work experience. We match them with you for 3 to 6 months. And they work with you on understanding different areas that lead to successful employment, such as Canadian workplace culture, such as how to build your networks here in Canada, right? So mentorship, Ociso is known for its mentorship programs. So if you are seeking guidance from somebody who's has the same profession as you or has a similar profession as you, we match you with them. So before we even match you with a mentor, we work on your resume, we work on your career goals, we share them with our mentors, and we say, hey, here's a client, they've got 30 years experience as an engineer, they want to get a license in Canada, they want to practice as an engineer. So mentorship is basically there to support you, to help you build confidence and help you adapt faster to the Canadian labor market, right? Then some of our programs also help you find employment. We introduce you to employers. It's not guaranteed that when we introduce you to employers, they would offer you employment on the spot. We help build those connections with you. We introduce you to employers. We organize events where we bring employers on board. We might bring you in as a volunteer to work with us and gain some Canadian work experience. So employment is part of our programming. We also have workshops that we do with our clients to upskill. We have women's workshops. We have workshops to help you understand communication skills. We have workshops to help you understand what is Canadian workplace culture, how do you behave in a Canadian workplace. So all these things help you improve your confidence and your level of employability. They help you get to a stage where you are confident enough to apply for jobs that are similar to your skills and experience. And to support all of this, we provide professional development to our mentors. We have to ensure that when we have working professionals working closely with you, they also have the skills and knowledge. So they go through professional development, they go through training, because we have to ensure that when we match you with a working mentor, they are providing you with the proper information. So these are some of our key services at the Community Economic Development Program, starting from an intakes and needs assessment and slowly helping you work your way up to find employment with or without the support of a mentor. All right. Okay, so here's just a basic list of the programs we have, and I'm going to talk about each program in detail. So we have the Career Mentorship Program, we have the Refugee and Immigrant Supports to Employment Program, we have a Green Buildings and Retrofit Training Project Program, we have a Credential Recognition Program, we've got a program that caters only to health professionals, we have a program called the Job Search Workshops that helps you understand how to search for jobs. We've got the Ottawa Connector program, and we also support with evaluations under West Gateway. All right. And I'm going to talk about each program as we go along. So for you to understand how large our work is, in the last 2.5 years, I would say from 2024, my department, we served 1,600 plus unique clients. We had almost 1,300 employment counseling sessions. We did 584 matches with mentees. We found 140 people who were matched in with mentors found employment with the support of their mentors. We put 122 people in employment, and we put 57 people in health wage subsidies. And I'll talk about it more. So this is for you to understand that the work that we do has a lot of reach, and the work that we do supports numerous newcomers every year. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the Career Mentorship Program, and I'm going to talk about every program step by step for you to also understand whether this program is suitable for you or not. All right. Now, the Career Mentorship Program supports internationally educated professionals to obtain employment in their fields. Now, what are the fields that we serve? We serve people who have a professional background in the health sector, education, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, trades, or transportation, or a regulated profession. And what do I mean by a regulated profession? Is a profession where you need a license to practice. So, if you are interested in the career mentorship program, you have to make sure that you are from one of these sectors, because um, it's important to understand that all our programs are funded by the government. And when programs are funded by the government, there are limitations to who we can serve and who we cannot serve. So if you don't have a professional background from these five sectors, you cannot apply to the career mentorship program. You would apply to another program. In this program, like I said, there's an intake, there's a needs assessment, there's employment counseling. We work with you on your resume, and then we match you with a mentor for 3 to 6 months. We do monthly check ins with you to see how your match is going. And at 6 months, we close the match with the hopes that you have learned a lot with your mentor. Now, it's important to know, and I've highlighted it here, candidates or clients for the career mentorship program, number one, need to be from these five priority sectors: health, education, STEM, trades, transportation, and they have to have a CLB of at least 5 and 5+. All right. The eligibility is permanent residents, protected persons, and convention refugees. Clients with international training in these sectors, clients in a regulated profession or a trade, have an international degree, have an open work permit, legally allowed to work in Canada, are a resident of Ottawa, and have not really worked in their field. So I'm going to leave it here for 30 more seconds. If you fall in this eligibility, and if you think you would like to be a client of the career mentorship program with the following background, here's the email address at the bottom: careermentorship@ociso.org. You could directly reach out to the staff of this program, but you have to make sure that you fall under this eligibility. If you don't fall under this eligibility, we will not be able to contact you or provide you with the services. All right? So remember, health, education, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, trades, transportation, CLB 5+, open work permit, permanent resident, protected person, or a convention refugee. And all this information is on our website as well. And the email address is careermentorship@ociso.org. Now, our next program is the Refugee and Immigrant Supports to Employment. We call it RAISE for short. This is for clients who have very low language levels, CLB 3 to 5. Again, permanent residents, convention refugees, or protected persons, primary or secondary education level. Open work permit is important, and a resident of Ottawa. Here's the program email: raise@ociso.org. So if you are a newcomer with a very low language level and you're looking for entry-level jobs, right? You're looking for jobs maybe at Tim Hortons, at Amazon, with the Ottawa Safety Council, or you're looking for jobs in a hotel, or working as a personal support worker, hospitality, sales, service, childcare. You could apply for the RAISE program because it caters to a lower language level, and we don't have an eligibility criteria like career mentorship where you have to be in STEM or trades or education. Here, it's all you're looking at is the language level and your immigration status. So the RAISE program would support you again with employment counseling, intake, resume review, introduction to employers, and help you find employment. And it's important to remember, these are not processes that happen overnight. It takes time to get these, to complete these steps, right? Then we've got the Intercultural Pan-Canadian Green Buildings and Retrofit Training Project. Again, this is for clients with a higher CLB level, which is 5+. If you are interested in going into the green economy, right? If you're interested in learning about how to fit solar panels, if you're interested in learning about energy basics or safety basics, or you're interested in going into the construction, or you have a background in the trades or construction, this could be a program for you. In this, you get free training with the Assiniboine College. Again, here is the program email, gbrtraining@ociso.org. Clients must be 18 years or above, Canadian citizen, permanent resident, and refugee status, legally entitled to work in Canada. So you would go through 100% funded training for 5 weeks with a college. You would earn a micro credential in green buildings and retrofits. And then we would help you find employment, temporary employment for 4 weeks, or find a job for you, all right? So if you're interested in the green buildings and the energy efficiency sector, you can always go and review this program on our website. Then we have, did I miss a slide? No. Then we have the credential recognition program. Now this program is run in partnership with WorldSkills. I'm sure all of you have heard of WorldSkills, Ociso, that's us, Ottawa Community Loan Fund, and the Lebanese and Arab Social Services Agency. Now, this is for clients with a higher CLB level, 6+, English or French, and this is specifically for clients who are looking to recertify themselves. So it only caters to professions, regulated professions, engineers, doctors, nurses, scientists, architects. So if you have this profession, you've come to Canada and you want to recertify yourself, you want to gain the license to practice again, the credential recognition program would be for you, right? Again, there is an eligibility criteria: resident of Ontario, permanent resident, temporary resident, foreign-born Canadian citizen, convention refugee. It's important to note that all CED programs, you have to have an open work permit, because these are employment and mentorship programs. You can't come in with a closed work permit, and every program has a different eligibility criteria. So if you're interested in recertifying yourself, you're interested in getting a license to practice, you would go to the credential recognition program. Then we have the health program, the Tri-Provincial Healthcare Program. This is specifically for healthcare professionals who want to recertify themselves, who want to become doctors in Canada, nurses, dentists. Again, here it's a higher CLB level, CLB 7. You've got the eligibility criteria on the screen. They help you find work experience as well, and they help support you in your journey to becoming a health professional in Canada like you were in your home country. We help a lot of physicians, doctors, nurses, dentists, clinical or addiction counselors, pharmacists, physiotherapists. So this is specifically designed to support newcomers in the health sector, again, a higher language level. Then we have the job search workshops with a language level of CLB 5, permanent resident, convention refugee, or live-in caregiver, resident of Ottawa. These are a series of workshops that we run for 5 days. Here's the program email at the bottom. This helps you learn and refine your job skills, helps you develop an action plan, helps you understand about strategies on how to apply for jobs. So if you are interested in this, you are matched with the CLB level, you can definitely apply here if you would like support from this program. And then we have the West Gateway program. The West Gateway Ociso is a referral agency for West Gateway. So if you are a client from the following countries: Afghanistan, Eritrea, Iran, Iraq, Palestine, Sudan, Syria, Turkey, Ukraine, and Venezuela, and you need your credentials evaluated and you don't have the official documents, you can always reach out to us and we can help you with the evaluation. But this is only for clients educated in the following eligible countries on the screen. Oops. All right. So these are our 6 or 7 programs that we have at Ociso. And here I've given you a summary once again. For the career mentorship program, we look at professions in the health sector, education, trades, transport, science, engineering, mathematics. If you are interested, career mentorship at ociso.org. The RACE program, very low CLB level, 3 to 5, helps you with entry-level positions. The Pan-Canadian Green Buildings Project helps you if you're interested in going into the green sector, and you get free training for 5 weeks and a 4-week employment placement. The Credential Recognition Program supports clients coming in to recertify themselves, to regain their license to practice in Canada. The healthcare professional program focuses completely on healthcare professions. Job search helps you with sort of streamlining your job search processes. And the West Gateway is if you need your credentials evaluated and you are from the 10 eligible countries, you can apply there. So what I've done is I've given a QR code on the screen. If you are interested in the programs that we have at CED, you can take your phones right now, open your camera and scan the QR code. When you scan the QR code, it will take you to a registration form. In that registration form, your information stays confidential. It stays completely with us. It's not shared with anybody else. You put in your email, your name. It's got the list of the programs there for you. You can select which program you're interested in. We ask you a few questions about your immigration status, etc. Then once you have completed the form, it takes us about 2 weeks to reach out to you. Now, I just want to make it clear here that sometimes people apply for programs they might not be eligible for. If you're not eligible for a certain program, we might call you and say, you aren't eligible for this program. Would you like to go for another program, right? So make sure that before you fill out this form, you maybe go on the website, or you can sort of, I think the slide deck will be shared with you. So you'll have the QR code, scan it, sign up for our programs, and somebody from my team will reach out to you in 2 weeks or so to support you with registering for any of the programs that you are eligible for. And that brings us to the end. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen. Okay.
Does anyone have any questions to ask? That was an amazing amount of information and very useful. So just unmute your microphone and you can ask questions if you would like. We still have a few minutes left.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Rose Uwera. I will learning English to grade 3-4.
Okay.
I will learning English. My teacher sent it to me this link for to join the Zoom. My question is, I listening is people have experience for medicine, for the medicine engineering, for level high level. Me, my level is low. How can I help me for my level? Because it's a three is listening and talking. The 2 is writing and reading, because my problem is reading and writing, because in my country I'm not running school.
Okay, thank you, Rose. I think, Rose, a good path for you is to first improve your language levels, right? And once you've come to like a 3 or a 4 or a 5 level, you can start with one of our lower level programs, right? Our programs are here, they're not going anywhere. As you improve your language levels, because you have to understand, for programs focused on the health sector and engineering, etc., do require a higher level, because you have to sit for the exams as well. So if you're a doctor who wants to go back into becoming a doctor, you have to sit for many exams, you have to qualify for those exams. So there's a lot of studying that comes with it as well. That's why the language level is higher. So once your language level comes to maybe CLB 5 or 4, you can reach out to us. We can start small with the RACE program, and then slowly we can support you.
Okay, thank you.
Olha, do you have a question?
Good morning. My name is Olga. Thank you for presentation. I have questions about evaluation my diploma. I'm from Ukraine, and how can I evaluate my diploma? And it's free or it's need to pay?
So Ukraine falls under the West Gateway program, right? So you can reach out to us. I can put the email address in the chat you can email and you can request that you want your diploma evaluated, and somebody will reach out to you for a meeting. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know if I have access to the chat. Yeah. So if you are looking, when you do get a copy of the presentation, we have our email address in that for West Gateway, so you can always reach out to us and we can support you.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions?
Oh, I have one more question.
Sure.
Do you have a program from teenagers to find first job for around 15 years old? Maybe it's in camp or other.
You can always reach out to our youth program. If you go to our website, ociso.org, you can reach out to your youth program and they'll be able to help you with, I'm not sure if there would be a job, but maybe help you with maybe finding volunteering or something, yeah?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so any more questions?